Chapter 8. Shadow could be a guide dog for a blind person, Lizzie told Charles. They were in Lizzie's room after school. I told Maria my idea, and she agrees he'd be perfect for a job. Think about it, she reminded Charles. The way Shadow took care of the beam. Plus, she said, we could be his puppy raisers. Sure, that way we can keep Shadow for a whole year. Lizzie explained to Charles about what Maria told her about puppy raisers and how they were responsible for helping guide dog puppies keep healthy. They have to teach the puppies all about places and people so they could be prepared to deal with anything they are working with a blind person. That means puppy raisers take the puppies with them to school, to work, to stores, on elevators, everywhere. Charles had Shadow on his lap. He was stroking the puppy's fuzzy head. Shadow looked as if he was wrinkling his little forehead, trying to understand what Charles and Lizzie were talking about. Shadow kept hearing his name. He knew the boy and the girl were talking about him. They must sound excited. That must mean something good was going to happen. Wow, said Charles. He was quiet for a moment. Well, it sounds like fun, but after a year, what will happen to him? Well, then they give him to the training center. Then they teach him to be a guide dog. Then he gets matched up with a blind person. Lizzie had talked some more with Maria about how the system worked. So, after a whole year, we'd have to give him up. Charles asked, hugging Shadow, burying his face in the puppy's neck. I don't know about that. It would be hard, Lizzie admitted. When she thought of it, she didn't know she could do it, too. She loved Shadow this much only after a few days. How could she stand letting him go after a year? Listen! Some of the puppies don't work out as guide dogs, she said. If their health isn't perfect or their personality isn't right, then the puppy raisers are allowed to adopt them permanently. But Shadow can work out, said Charles. Probably, Lizzie said. She then told Charles about how great the puppy raisers were with graduation. When the blind person and the dog finished training, they go off to start their new life together. That would be cool, said Lizzie. Maria says that everybody cries. Oh, wow. This would get weddings. Charles looked thoughtful. On his lap, Shadow stretched and yawned, waking up from his nap. Then the puppy licked Charles on the chin. And started to squirm around, trying to get off Charles' lap. Okay, buddy, Charles said. I'll take you out to the bathroom, he said to Lizzie. Lizzie and Charles knew about puppy usually need to go outside right when he or she woke up. Great, said Lizzie. I'm going to find out more on the internet and see how he can be a guide dog. She turned to her computer. Lizzie liked to do research, especially if it had anything to do with dogs. Oh, itchy eyebrow, itchy eyebrow. It didn't take long for Lizzie to find out that there was a guide dog foundation nearby. It was called Helping Eyes, and it trained 10 dogs a year for blind people. Lizzie got more and more excited. She looked at page after page of pictures. Most of the dogs are Labrador Retrievers that were either black or yellow. She read about what kind of personality a guide dog should have. Then there were pictures of the people at the foundation testing puppies to see if they had personality. Then she saw the pictures of the dogs with their puppy raisers. They wore pretty blue vests that read "Guide Dog in Training." That way, so they could take the puppy into a store or a post without getting into trouble. She saw the pictures of the same puppies a year so later. Now they were grown dogs wearing harnesses, being trained to walk down a sidewalk or stop at a curb with crossing the street. She saw pictures of the dogs in the congratulations. They looked so proud as they stood behind their new owners. Lizzie got more and more excited as she read. When Charles came back, she showed him Mary things she found. "That's cool. So what do we do next?" asked Charles. So we should talk to Mom and Dad about it. Lizzie shook her head. "Let's wait until we know if they'll take him." She clicked on a button that read "Email us." "Dear Helping Eye," she wrote. "My name is Lizzie Peterson. I am 10 years old and I have 2 younger brothers. My family is taking care of a very special black Labrador puppy. His name is Shadow, and he's the smartest puppy ever. He's great with people, especially little kids. He even kept my little brother Adam from falling down the stairs. I think he'd be a great dog for a blind person, and I think our family would make great puppy raisers." She asked them to write back right away and let her know if they wanted Shadow to be part of their program. Maybe Lizzie had found the perfect place for this puppy. She had a hard time getting to sleep this time. She kept picturing Shadow, the puppy, in a little blue vest. Then Shadow as a full-grown dog in a harness, helping a blind person do everything and go everywhere they needed to go. In the morning, Lizzie jumped out of bed excitedly and turned on her computer. She then got dressed for school. Maybe Helping Eyes had written back. Sure enough, there was an email waiting for it. It said "Response, Shadow" on the subject line. Lizzie took a deep breath and clicked to open it.